Ahoy! It's Dave Landau, and you're watching Andy Smith, the coolest comic book creator around. Just ask his mom. I have. All hail Comicsgate! Bam! Bam! Bam!
Shut up and sit down.
I say, good day and happy new year to everyone. Hello, good morning. I don't know how much longer I can talk like this. I can't anymore. It's done. Hey, look, I found a pipe going through the, when you have a week between Christmas and New Year, I did some work, but my wife was off. My daughter didn't have school and stuff, so kind of hung out and did stuff. I was going through the back room, and in our Halloween stuff, I found a pipe. Good day. Let me see if I can solve this mystery. I can't. Pipe goes down. Okay. Went out for, I hope everybody had a very safe and good New Year's Eve. The wife and daughter and I all went out to hibachi, Japanese, where they cook it right in front of you and do stuff. AJ is in the house. Hell, boss, nice pipe. Why, thank you. Good to see you. So anyhow, we went to hibachi where they cook it in front of you and stuff. I had steak hibachi, with all the rice and the noodles and the vegetables and stuff. They just load it all up on the plate. The guy makes the little onion volcano, fire goes up. The table was full, so it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us. The small U-shaped table with the dude cooking, and he's always got to do the thing where right in the beginning, after he cooks some veggies, he takes a little veggie on a spatula and he goes bing, and he tries to shoot it in your mouth. Only one person at the table caught that little sliver of veggie in their mouth. One person at the table. Now I know what you're thinking. It was this guy. Because it looks like I had the talent to go, and he goes, bling, and it goes, and I eat the veggie. No, it was not this guy. It was not my daughter. It was my wife. The only person at the table to catch the veggie in her mouth when the guy flung it from his spatula was my wife. So there you go. Did he do the egg roll gag? I don't know what that is. So I can't tell you if he did it or not. Excuse me. Ooh, a frog in my throat. Yeah, no, I don't know what the egg roll gag is. I don't think I've ever seen it because I don't know what it is. They were giving out these spiffy hats to wear at the restaurant. So everybody at our table, if you were a guy, got this hat, and if you were a lady, you got this nice little flowery looking thing. So, I think it looks pretty good if I do say so. I can wear it down like this. I'm a detective. Wear it on back. Here, I look like I should be on Dukes of Hazzard. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Them Duke boys. How there them Duke boys go crazy and jump and stuff. Woo-wee, Boss Hog. We're going to get them Duke boys. So, Tim Tobolsky, hello, brother. How are you? It's been a long time. I caught the frog but missed the veggie slice. You're right. AJ, the guy here rolls an egg across the grill, points at it and says, egg roll. Oh, yeah, he does that. I took you literally. Yes, he does that. So anyhow, I look like when I do this, and you can't see this, if this was just black, I should black it out. I could be a thinner version of Boss Hog from the Dukes of Hazzard. I could be, woo, 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 get them Duke boys. And I know it wasn't Boss Hog that said that. I'm just playing. So this hat's not hot. I'll keep it on for a little longer because why not? Too long. I'm getting ready for my minimum wage slate. I'm sorry to hear that. We're friends on Facebook and I see you all the time, post stuff. I think about you a lot, Tim. Hopefully someday we'll get to see each other again. It's been 7 years. 6 actually. 6 and a bit. Hey, check this out, what I can do. Let's see. Boom. Look at that. You get 2. Look at this. We're upping the product. All right, I can't do this hat anymore. I'm sorry. We are upping the production quality of this show. I've got not one, but two cameras going right now. What do you think about that, right? I got to figure out that the other one's not really mounted or anything. I got to figure out if I want to, how I want to incorporate it. Playing with StreamYard, I found out there's no microphone for that one. So if I turn this main one off, that one won't pick anything up. But look at that. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Or I could just do this. So anyhow, I'm playing. I was just showing that. I'm going to lose that one for now. Remove. Okay. One of the other things I did, someone got new tech. Not new tech, old camera. The new camera is this one right here. This is the new boss daddy of a camera. All my other cameras, yes, my wife has a camera. I had another camera on this one. But just give you an example, the first 2 cameras I had, I think combined total was like $80. And then Brian Blevins, friend of the show, suggested this other camera, which I'm using now. It was expensive. It was over $100, but it is worth it. So, because I know everybody wants to see this in high definition. They don't. If you're just catching up too, I participated in No Shave November. That is where you, from November 1st to November 30th, you don't shave anything. And I did. I didn't shave anything. And then December rolled around. I shaved this, but I like the beard, so I kept it. I'm a little disappointed that this is the longest it's grown since November 1st. Thought it'd be a little bit longer. See, you can just shut your mouth, AJ. It's not me. He knows it's not me that echoes because I wear headphones. When you share your screen, it starts echoing, so blah. But we're here to talk today. Let me see. I want to see if I can do another thing here. Let's see. Can I do this at the same time? Oh, damn. I can even do this. Bullocks. I have to bolt. Catch you later, Drew. Take it easy, Tim. Watch the replay. Look at this. Hold on. Let's see. Can I do? Oh, look at that. Wow. There's, let's see. Hello. Hold on. Now I am playing. Hello. What's this? Oh, it gets rid of the one. There's that. There's this. Oh. Nope. Okay. Well, let's just do this. All right. So anyhow, Kor-Drath, The Reckoning's cruising along. I've got a page on my desk. I'm going to start inking when I'm done with this live stream. $73,180. 1,171 backers. 29 backers away from the magical number of 1,200 backers. We can do this. If you're new to the campaign, if you like Conan and Game of Thrones, you'll love this campaign. Kor-Drath, The Reckoning is Conan meets Game of Thrones plus all, that's showing up small on my screen. Let me do this. There we go. Anyhow, experience the world building of the phenomenal land known only as the Shattered Reach. First, read the book, then play the game. That's right. If you guys like role-playing games, we've got one for you with Kor-Drath. There's a game module Dennis put together. 5 different covers to choose from. Look at that glorious Bud Root cover. Of course, the throwback cover. You got to love that one. And let's get down to the game module, the characters, the artist edition. There it is, the game module with cover art by Bart Sears. It's a 5th edition, 5e compatible game. So you can play the Kor-Drath characters. You can play characters you created. You can play them all. Look at this. I just realized, covered by Bart Sears with colors by Dan Lawless, coming soon. That cover is here. Anyhow, guys, the link for this is in the description below. One other thing I do want to show you is there is a Kor-Drath, The Reckoning website. Let's see. Yep, I couldn't remember if I put a link up there. No, I did not. It's for right when you come here. I've got preview pages, but if you would like to read pages 1 through 8, click the link. Takes you to the pages. Boom. Let's see, do this. And you can read pages 1 through 8 in all their glory. Dun, 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 dun. So go through at your leisure, soak in the artwork, read the pages, experience the Kor-Drath. Kor-Drath, The Reckoning. So there you go. You can do that. All right. On with the shoe. Hello, I'm back. AJ says, books looking metal as F. Thank you. So I went through, one of the other things I did was, I've got lots of comics. My buddy Dennis has over 20,000 comics. With my OCD having that many comics, I'd go crazy. I have 1, 2, 5, what is that? 4, 20 long boxes. So 20 times 300, roughly say 300 in a long box. That's 6,000 books. So, I don't have a small collection. But anyhow, I was going through it, trying to weed it down some. Tree Goblin is here. Hello. Trying to weed down the collection, and I found a stack of oddities. That's what I'm going to call them. Oddities. By a stack of different books. Kind of oddities. Rarities might be a better term for the book that I want to show. And one of them I found while I was going through weeding down my collection. And I've gone through, by the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've gone through 7 long boxes. And as of now, I only have 3/4 of a short box full of books that I want to get rid of. People showing up. Paul Higgins, hello. Jeremy, hello. One of the reasons if you're wondering, if you've been here since the beginning of the stream, 7 o'clock, if you think, man, you talk too much. You talk about Kor-Drath and stuff and what's going on. Part of it's so I can let other people come in as they get the notifications. So now that's why I do that. Now, on with the show. I don't even have my coffee, but I have Avengers 1/2 right here. Avengers 1/2. Richie Dupe, Hail Comicsgate. This came out in 1999. It is written by Roger Stern. Yep. With art, of course, by Bruce Timm. That's why I got it. And when it says art, it means pencils, inks, and colors. And the whole book, they did kind of retro because the point of this book is that Avengers #1 came out. And then before Avengers #2, they put this out. So you have to, you don't need to know much of your Avengers history to read this book. It kind of fills in some gaps, which I thought was cool. So it starts off with beautiful page here, Walter Cronkite, and he's introducing the Avengers to America on the TV, the death trap of Doctor Doom. If you're a Bruce Timm fan, you'll want this book. They did a fake Charles Atlas ad in the beginning of the book as well, which is pretty cool. But then it just kind of goes through and it talks about stuff that happened in Avengers 1. So it gives us a recap of stuff that happened in Avengers #1. And then it goes in to separate panels here, talking like the Fantastic Four and what was going on with them. And then it comes down here and the Thing says something, and it says that what the Thing is talking about happened in Fantastic Four #12. And then Spider-Man here is gabbing about stuff, and the stuff that he's talking about happened in Spider-Man #1 when he wanted to join the Avengers. Paul Higgins, Richie Dupe, HR. And then, of course, we introduced the villain for the book, Doctor Doom. Look at the clarity of that. That is just gorgeous. In fact, I want to double check to see how the camera's coming through. So, Joseph Stalin says, Happy New Year. And he says, AJ, nice. Roger Stern even dialogues it like it was 1963. He does. He really does. Let's see. I'm looking for something down here. Usually it shows up. All right, I'll just have to go here. Go to here. Go to here. Hope my mic's off. Or I hope that... Nope. Now it is. Okay, video looks pretty good. All right, moving on. Nice book. Tabitha Miller, hello. I know who you are. Some things, now I haven't looked at this book in a long time. I love this first panel. You know, we see the Avengers. I love Bruce Timm's artwork. He's only done a few comic book stories. I own them all because his art is just so nice. And it's very retro and it fits this. I love the way the Incredible Hulk looks in that panel. Just love it. He's got the 4 toes, but he has 5 fingers, which is weird because nope, he always did. Okay, I take it back. He always had Audrey Ame Hale. Smithmeister, thank you. Good morning. He's always had, when he first came out, he did, for some reason, he had 4 toes. I don't get it. Alan Davis did a story with the original Avengers crew and drew him that way, and I thought it was really cool. I know that's how it was done. Anyhow, I love the squattiness of the Hulk. Just love it. So they're gabbing and stuff. This new dude shows up, General, and he's like, oh, we got troubles with Doctor Doom. He's got this Doom ship, very Kirby looking ship. AJ nails it too. He goes, there's something awesome about the Hulk having a hairy chest. It's true. Jared says hi. So back to the first panel up here, though, I do want to say, I don't know if Bruce Timm drew this story 11 by 17. I don't think he did. I think it's drawn smaller. And part of that, too, is looking at the ink lines and things like that. But also, I love the fact I think he did it smaller to get it done. It looks like he got this job done. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I really don't. I love Bruce's art, and he's just fast. I don't mind panel dropout or background dropouts in panels like he's doing here in some. That doesn't bother me at all. But in that first panel, they're just in a room that has a table, and we can see 3 walls that are just plain. And that just cracks me up. And how deep that room is. I mean, just the fact that from the characters in the foreground, the Avengers, to the 2 guys at the door coming through, there's nothing, cracks me up. And yeah, I get it. He knew Roger Stern was going to write a lot of dialogue and stuff. And one thing as an artist, you got to leave room for dialogue. I get it. But look, there's still places. This is the 1960s he's trying to do. He could have jammed out something back there in that room to give us more sense of location. No problem. There's a little caption on this that says, the Hulk says to Thor, let's see. Oh no, it's in a caption. When the others learned that the Hulk would be among our regular visitors, I'm afraid they resigned, sir. Jarvis talking. Despite his recent pardon, the pardon was granted in Hulk number 6. So, anyhow. So I'm going with this was probably written in old school way, which is, what do we got here? Those colors popping. Good. I'm glad. Glad the camera paid for itself. It hasn't yet, but it will. I'm positive. It's a new year. Anyhow, probably work plot style where all the plot was done after the art. Audrey says kind of like those Not Brand Ek. Well, the Not Brand Ek comics were supposed to be, those are more Mad Magazine crazy cracked humorous stories. This is a legit story they're doing, talking about a mission that the Avengers had between 1 and 2. You got a couple fake ads in here. You've got right here this great ad where they just pulled some stock old school art. And then the Kid Colt Outlaw is actually new art that I guess was produced for this. That is drawn by none other than Paul Smith. No relation. But Paul Smith drew that Kid Colt Outlaw cover. So that's very cool. AJ says, Bruce Timm draws a fantastic Wasp. He does. And he's also utilizing, he's not, Bruce could do a direct Kirby riff if he wanted to, and he's not. He's doing Bruce Timm, which is very Kirby influenced, but he is trying to do grids and stuff like Kirby would do. I think in panel 1, right here, I think that background is awesome. Even, honestly, people might hate this. I think even for modern day comics, that background works. I think that's really cool. I love the coloring in it. Just enough detail. And he's not skimping on backgrounds. It's just on that page before with the group shot that I don't understand. Whatever happened to Paul Smith? That is $1 million question. I have no idea. I really have no idea. Audrey, they really captured the early Marvel vibe. They did, and this came out in 1999. I've seen this in dollar boxes at conventions, so it's not expensive. Kirby probably would have worked up that Doctor Doom craft a little more than that. That's pretty basic, but it kind of fits in with Bruce Timm style. So, it's cool. But what I love is the Hulk jamming out us like that is fantastic. Thor, 2 comics. I love this book because it's Bruce Timm drawing a full Marvel book, and the Batman one that he did with Harlequin is one of my favorites as well, which I am blanking on the name of. So if you remember it, tell me in the chat. More great stuff. So basically, Doctor Doom sucks him into a ship. The Hulk goes into this room. Once they get into the ship, they explore. The Hulk goes into this room. This is pretty fun. It's the floor in the whole room is made of Teflon. So the Hulk's feet are slipping out from under, and he cannot get a grip anywhere. Oh, AJ nailed it. Bruce Timm, Batman Mad Love. Get that if you don't have it. I think that's a little pricier now. Joseph Dredd, hello. Tabitha Miller, Mad Love, yep. So yeah, so just the body positioning. So the Hulk can't basically get a grip on anything. Thor goes into this room and there's these little miniature energy things that are basically going to make him dissipate. So you've got stuff going on. You've got Ant-Man, Wasp, Iron Man, Thor. Well, let me see. Yeah, I get it backwards, of course. This is the first page. So they go in and shenanigans start with the guy that brought him there, the general. Uh-oh, he knocks out the Wasp. Not cool. Then we turn the page and Dr. Doom is seeing what's going on. Iron Man comes around. He sees Doom. He's like, this is too easy. Sneaks up on Doom. Bam! Gets electrocuted or some shit. The thing that killed me about that original not Dr. Doom, but Iron Man armor was the flexibility of the armor. Because remember, he built this armor. Okay, so this is the gold. And I'm not a huge Iron Man aficionado, so maybe somebody can tell me. The first armor was the gray armor he built when he was captured to escape, POD capture, when he was in Nam, right? So that one was clunky and it wasn't flexible, I assume. That is my assumption. Is this gold armor the same armor with a paint job? Or is this new armor that Tony invented that is actually flexible metal as well? And the reason I say that is I don't really mind the arms and knees bending and stuff because, yeah, it's comic books. You just figure there's some type of joint in there. But his torso, he can bend that metal in that torso, and that's just weird to me. And I know it's a comic, but I've never drawn this armor. I'd find a hard time doing it because I'd be thinking so literal, like metal can't bend. Let's see. If you go to Ollie's, you can get the Mad Love in coloring book form for $4. It's the whole Mad Love story. What? I've never seen that. I need to go to Ollie's. Not all Ollie's carry the same stuff. I need to go to Ollie's and see if they have that. AJ says BS Armor, or Bendable Armor's BS Tech. Got mine from Thrift Books. Oh, I didn't know that was out there. I'm going to have to look. Anyhow, so moving on. Ant-Man, by the way, finds the real general because the other general was a robot or some shit by Dr. Doom. I went yesterday. They were picked over right now. I did not go yesterday. I didn't want to leave the house yesterday. Now, today we'll see after I finish inking. And then here, Dr. Doom is talking about his plans. I love how when he pulls that mask off, it's Dr. Doom underneath with the hood and the metal and all that. I mean, what a great mask. Yeah, I love the 60s. And see, Bruce Timm, not afraid to draw backgrounds. Right there. Look at that, Dr. Doom's background. And if you're wondering why I'm kind of picky about that, it's because in this introductory shot of the Avengers, there's no background. And the only thing I could think of now is maybe, and I don't remember them well enough, maybe in some of the early Kirby Avengers books, that's what Jack did. And if it is, then I can let it go. I think that's a fine reason. Anyhow, let's jump ahead. This was at a time where they did this bonus Marvel Superheroes in Fastlane story in the middle of the book. These were in all their books. I get it. It's extra content, quote unquote, for free. But to me, it just interrupts the story. If they wanted to do this, they should have done it in the back of all the Marvel books at the time. I'm not going to show the rest of the pages. I just don't care. Then we get another ad for Children of the Atom. coming from Steve Rude. Steve did not finish it. Paul Smith did. And then we get back to the Bruce Timm gloriousness right here of the story. Everybody's in peril. Dr. Doom's like, I'm going to win. Ant-Man's like, oh, I can't do anything. At least that's what everybody thinks. Tear it out. AJ, come on now. And Ant-Man, this is the first time in Avengers Half, he becomes Giant Man. Dun, 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 dun. So that's cool. Dr. Doom, nobody expected that. So there you go. Oh, William Stout Dinosaur Coloring Book. That's cool. I know somebody that, I think that's cool, but my buddy Bud Root would love that. He is a huge William Stout fan. Love that shot of Giant Man in the first panel right there. Come on, tighten up. There you go. Love that shot of Giant Man right there. Just think it's great. They escape. They basically thwart Doom. And which issue is this? And AJ answered it. It's Avengers Half. Here's the cover. This issue is supposed to take place between Avengers number 1 and Avengers number 2. And you can find it in dollar boxes. I bought it brand new. Roger Stern, Bruce Timm. You get another ad for the Howlin' Commandos right there. And then you get a nice Marvel Masterwork pinup by Bruce Timm. Love it. Love that Giant Man. Love the Iron Man. I just love that pinup. That's gorgeous. 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 Timm did ink himself, and he colored this work as well. So we get back to the story. Just some great storytelling. Nice, cool shots. I think he's pulling off Kirby really well with the shots of the Hulk. I love the size of the Hulk. He's not 10 feet tall. He's not 12 feet tall. He is 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall. I love that. I was a Sal Buscema Hulk fan, as I've stated before. I don't mind the really huge stuff that people will do with the Hulk where they make him like 12 feet tall and just jacked. I've drawn him that way. I like the Hulk. I go back and forth. I like the Hulk really huge like that and jacked, but I also like the Hulk with the more human proportions like when he first started. And I've never drawn him that way. So that is something I need to do. Anyhow, the ship's about to go down. There's one rescue pod. They throw the general in the rescue pod because that's what the Avengers do. And then they all basically just jet out of the ship before it blows up. So AJ says, I'd be down for a Bruce Timm Hulk original graphic novel. So would I. And you know Bruce Timm's the type, he could call up and they'd let him do it. HR says Sal's Hulk is his favorite. Dude, it's that everybody has an artist that they go, that drew a book and they go, that's mine. So for Captain America, Mike Zeck is my Captain America artist. Watch the very first video pinned to the top of my YouTube channel. You'll know why. I grew up with Sal Buscema drawing the Hulk, so he's my Hulk artist, whereas my friend Bud Root grew up during the Trimpy Herb Trimp Hulk, so that's his. And then here we go. The book ends. The ship goes down. Everybody's safe and sound, and Dr. Doom is pissy. You get a nice close-up of the Hulk, nice shot of Thor. It's a great book. If you don't have it, go get it. And I love it so much that I bag and board it. And you ask Dennis, he'll tell you, I don't bag and board a lot of books, but the ones I cherish, get the bag. It's for my protection and theirs. There you go. Let's see. Where's the map? Eric Powell draws the Hulk like this. I haven't seen his Hulk. What's the story you're talking about? Or did he just do like you're looking at commissions? Aubrey says, loving the live lookbook format, Andy. Please do more when you can. So I was going to ask this. Hello, Will. How are you? This is my question. I've got that stack of books that I found that I call comic book rarities. And basically it's like, oh, this artist drawing this book. Like I've got an issue of a book. I'm not going to tell you the book. It's a commission, AJ says. Okay. Anyhow, I'm not going to tell you the book, but I've got an issue of a book. Fill-in issue, one-off story, drawn by Barry Windsor Smith, inked by Bill Sienkiewicz. If you're a big comic book fan, you'll know what that book is. That's another one. Now, every Tuesday at 8 a.m., I drop a book look. And you're like, what is a book look? Well, I can show you what a book look is, actually, real quick. Share the screen. Oops. Nope. This is a book look I did. These are pre-recorded videos where I pull a book off my bookshelf and I go through it. Slight introduction. You always need to have an introduction. I know some of you people might watch this and go, oh, fast forward through the introduction. By all means, go ahead. But it's for people that have never seen the show before, the book looks. I want them to know who I am. Introduction. But let's get into it. So this book look is part 2 of Adam Hughes's cover run. Will says the Adam Hughes book look suggestions made by, me. It was. Take credit. That's fine. Also pick up Stormwatch Volume 2, Posthuman by Andy Smith at Ollie's. They do. They've got a bunch of those at Ollie's. Anyhow, so this is a book look. I go through a book pre-recorded. I actually film these with my iPhone. And I talk about the book and the art and the contents. And if the book is available, I'll post a link so you can go buy it. So that's what the book look is. I don't even know how does this look full screen. I've never watched one of these book looks after the fact. Only when I edit it. That actually turns out pretty good. So, cool. So that's what a book look is. I do plan to keep doing these. But the question I wanted to pose to you guys was, Audrey says, I realized after watching the introduction, I own your dynamic book from years ago. That's awesome. Will says, who's the next Adam Hughes, Terry Dotson or Frank Cho? It's Terry Dotson. Terry Dotson was on the scene before, Frank Cho in the early 90s. And he was very Adam Hughes influenced. So Adam Hughes is the next Terry Dotson, or Terry Dotson is, I'm getting all kerfluffled because I saw my internet bandwidth drop. So I just want to see if I'm fuzzy because I care, because I should never have internet problems because I'm directly plugged in. So yeah, it's okay. So anyhow, check out the book looks. Frank Cho is awesome. I love Frank Cho's work. Now, who do I think is a more sought after artist right now? Terry Dotson or Frank Cho? I say Frank Cho is more sought after. Frank Cho's Thor, Ultimate Thor, yep, that was really good. And Hughes is huge. Huge money. So anyhow, here's the question. Book looks Tuesday, 8 a.m. That's when they drop. In fact, I still have to film tomorrow's. But when I do these comic book rarities like I did today, should I do them live? Or should I pre-record those and do a book look on Tuesday and a comic book rarity or whatever I want to call it on Thursday, pre-recorded? So let me know. Let me know in the comments which you'd rather see. Me live talking about the comic, takes a little longer, or a book look format with the comic book that takes, 20 minutes. So Will says he wants to see more Gil Kane. Okay. Audrey, live if you can. So I have one person that likes me to do them live. That's cool. Joseph prefers the live stream. Okay. Bud is a great cheesecake artist too. He deserves some love. He certainly does. That's Bud Root. You all check out Bud Root. 2001. I don't own 2001. Believe it or not. So speaking of Bud Root, get yourself the Kor-Drath The Reckoning Bud Root variant cover, colored by Dan Lawless. Link in the description below. This is at Kor-Drath.com. So feel free to always go to Kor-Drath.com. Tabitha likes the 20-minute book looks. Tabitha Miller, they're not going away, so don't worry about it. Oops. Joseph knows Bud from Cave Woman. We all do. Do I have the John Buscema books from IDW? I sure do. I love those. And anyhow, here it is. Kor-Drath The Reckoning. If you're a fan of my work, if you want to support me, which I hope you do, this is how you do it. Totally working for myself these days. What's up, Marcus? Happy New Year. Totally working for myself these days. Funding my own stuff. Indiegogo is how I do it. There is a shadow ban for some reason, so if you search it, you won't find it. You have to just go to the actual link in the description below, or Kor-Drath.com will take you to the page as well. Hit the order here tab and look at other stuff on the Kor-Drath website that is not on the Indiegogo campaign. 1,171 backers. Got to keep it going. I know people look at that number and they're like, oh man, that number's huge. Dude's rocking it. Don't get me wrong. I am not complaining. I am over the moon. Seriously, Dennis and I are so thankful for what you guys have done in backing Kor-Drath. But we're not in the black yet. We're still in the red because there's production costs and all that to do a book like this. All of us guys, Graham Nolan, Aaron Lepresti, Shane, John, Ethan, Art to Bear, Billy Tucci, Rini, you name it. All of us are so appreciative for you guys supporting our campaigns and backing us. But don't be fooled by the numbers. We have to pay ourselves. And just to give you an idea, still in the red. But I'm sitting down at that desk and I'm going to start inking a new page. So there you go, guys. Thank you for joining me on this live stream today. I had fun. It was Mornings with Andy for about 3 months straight when I started YouTubing. And that was a year and a half ago. And I want to bring it back. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow morning, before the book look goes at 8 o'clock, I'll be back around 7-ish with another fun-filled comic book rarity. You just don't know. But as I ended the shows back then, I'm ending it this way today. What's this guy bringing back? I'm bringing this back, yo.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. Go ahead, go with it. 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 Sexy girl. 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 Go ahead, go with it. Get your sexy on. I'm bringing sexy back.